Every fighter has a story. What is yours?
How did this all start for you? Like, what made you get into fighting?
I don't really know. I just always thought fighting was something I could be good at. I started wrestling in 10th grade, got into a lot of fights with my brothers, some friends, and wrestling was just like one step away from fighting, you know? You're tussling around for position and everything like that. And it was just one of those things that I just thought was like the next logical step. So it was pretty easy for me to transition into it. I always thought I was tough, but it was something that I saw some of my colleagues doing it. John Jones, I went to school with him for a year, well, half a semester, and I saw the success he was having. I knew it was something I could be good at as well. It was something I decided to try my hand at.
Hey, Tom, look up, partner. Just real quick, while you're defending the takedown, try to keep this leg and this knee against the wall, against the cage, to make it somewhat realistic. We're not going live, but you want to give your partner a realistic look in a real fight situation. If you're just standing in there like this, that's not going to be the fight. The fight, you're going to actually get a wizard, you're going to be controlling, so they actually have to pull you off the cage. That's what's going to make this work and actually make it make sense. Let's get a couple more reps with this.
I really just like competition. And when I first fought my first amateur fight, I had a lot of different thoughts at the time, and it was interesting to see how my perspective has changed a little bit and what's important to me now. After the fight, my first amateur fight, was in upstate New York on some reservation, Native American reservation, and I won. I was underage, under 21. They took us to a strip club, and I'm just a young, I think 19 or 20-year-old kid at the time, and I was like, this is cool. I could see myself doing something like this. I didn't get hurt. I had fun doing it. It was a good rush, and they took care of everything. So I was like, this is how this lifestyle works. You fight, you win, you go hang out, you have fun, rinse and repeat. And I thought it was something I could keep doing like week after week, kind of like wrestling, but then you get older, you get hurt, you have injuries, a couple of surgeries later. You start to put things in perspective in terms of what's more important to you. And needless to say, I think it's pretty evident that those things that I found important aren't the things that motivate me and drive me today.
Switch, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Right away, go, go, go. Oh, he cheated you. He cheated you. So Joe, put that, go back real quick. Joe, put that foot again, yeah. So now this, put the foot all the way. So now there's no space for him to get that takedown. So if he pulls, yes, you're trying to keep your foot close to the cage as best as you can, and your knee. So now he has to really pull you away. Yeah. Now you can level change and you can go.
Now, what they got your feet?
Collect both legs.
Now go back.
Well, I knew I wanted to fight. I went to SUNY Cortland, got my college degree there in physical education, got my bachelor's, and that was always my fallback plan. But then I was getting so good at the sport that I kind of was contemplating just not even finishing and just going pro almost right out of the gate. And this was mainly after my first All-American showing as a junior in college. But things didn't really go that way. I decided it was probably the best. And looking back, I'm glad I made that decision. And I decided to finish school, get my degree, and always have a fallback plan. Because I just thought, like, if I decide not to teach and I just want to fight, I could do it. But this is like pre-surgery, pre-everything. You know, I was like, I can make money here. I can do this for a living. Its cost of living up here is cheap. I could do this on my own, survive, and eventually, hopefully, get to the big show and make a real living.
Man, I've been working really hard, man, to come back and make sure I was 100%. Now, I feel like I was right there, and I had this stupid injury come up, and I just stayed strong, kept positive. And man, you gotta believe in whatever you want to do. Go out there and achieve that, man. Go out there and work for it. You gotta work for what you want. Yeah, just pull him a little bit. Just pull him a little bit from the cage, yeah. Just in case he's got good balance, man. All right. Nice. And then I try to finish. If you step it out, it's a different finish. So if you step this one out, if you step this out, I go here straight. My sleeve. Okay. Super control. You got it. Like a lot of entries and things like that. Yeah. The other ones, if it's here. And if you pull it out. Now I level change here. Once I do this, his knee gets stuck. Perfect. I understand. Yeah. So you drop your chest on his knee.
After really thinking about it, looking at the MMA the scene and the landscape of everything else, I saw everybody else, the forefathers, as you would call it, the people that came before us, and seeing how they were life after fighting. And I was like, man, it's probably a smarter idea if I finish college and just, I already started. I'm gonna have to pay these loans anyway. I might as well just get something out of it. And sure enough, I finished, and it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. I learned a lot from school. I think the program altogether, it just teaches you a lot from physical education, learning how things that I do in terms of competition, health, building workout plans, and understanding isometric contractions and eccentric contractions. All those things helped me in my knowledge and understanding how to train properly, the right things to do. And I think it helped me for where I was at the time in my life. And fighting was going to be plan B, but it was mainly plan A, and if things didn't work out, then I had my degree to fall back on. But so the momentum kind of shifted in terms of the importance. You know, I was in school, that was the main focus. I wanted to be the first kid in my family to graduate and earn their degree in college, and I was on my way to doing that. Got a little distracted with fighting, wanted to just fight full-time, decided to finish school, and as I finished school, the shift of the focus start to change, where I was putting more time into my training and stuff like that, just trying to help myself get to that next level so that I could be properly prepared when I ever did reach that moment of fighting for a UFC world title.
The crack right here. My legs are both in the air. I got right in between his arm, crack his arm. This keeps him from extending me and finishing off to the side. Once he attacks this ankle right here, I take this free leg and I hook in between the armpit. I come over the top and I go in between. From there, I like to hook and try to straighten that arm. Once I straighten that arm, I like to try to sprawl out, get my weight on him, and try to come off to the side and spin behind, get my two.
Dora the Explorer right there. Back shot.
Dora. Oh, we coming, baby, for that ass.
It's a grind, Monday grind. Favorite day of the week. We started off right. Started off with the grind. Got aljo running practice today. Good, real technical, wrestling against the wall. We're just getting in here, getting after it every day.
Sharpening the tools.
Yep, sharpening the tools every day.
This is such a money position, man. I don't know, you don't see this that often from like high-level guys. Even like the fight with like Gaethje surprised me. Like Gaethje being such a good wrestler. Obviously he's not a great jiu-jitsu guy, but you would think his explosiveness, he would at least be like tougher. Obviously it's Khabib. Khabib is fucking, he does it to everybody.
Yeah,
so
because see like my grip is low here.
Yeah.
If I would go up and catch it here, now go.
Climb the back.
Right. Now we're here. Now go. Yeah. So now there's a different level. Now you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
He's pushing, he's fighting, he's turning, and I just go up.
Yeah, it's almost like just climbing the rope. Inch by inch, climbing the rope. Pull, climb, pull, climb. Go sitting, like the way you were before. Yeah.
When I can't get this.
So when he's here, you see how high his head is?
Yeah.
But I always wonder why guys like never stuff the head and just go 10 finger. Because even his head, like just pushing it in, just to threaten with it.
Khabib won't stop you.
Yeah, he won't leave his head down there.
He pulls it, he pulls your legs away, and then he grabs high on this, and then he runs you down, and then he runs you down. Yeah. So even if you could put your head up here, it's fucking he's gonna run. That's why you can't get it on Khabib.
All those positions are important for my fight.
Oh yeah, you're fighting Askar.
Askar. Yeah.
Good wrestler.
Askar off.
One thing I learned about wrestling is always being a student of the game. It's such a huge part of me. I think you can always learn something from anybody. It doesn't matter if they're low level, it doesn't matter if they're the highest of the highest level. Sometimes the guys at the highest level don't even know how to teach what they're doing, and you can learn a little bit more from the guys who are still on their way up because they're good and proficient in certain areas. And that was one of the things my coach always taught me is like be diligent, be a student of the game, and that's what I think made a difference for me in terms of the wrestling. You see a lot of guys time and time again, they don't spend enough time doing cage grappling situations, and I think that's why I thrive so well in that position. You look at my last fight, I get you against the cage. Corey Sandhagen, he's a killer. He's been beating guys up for God knows how long now at this point, and you see what I did to him. Obviously, he's probably a different animal now, but I think I helped light a fire underneath him. But it just goes to show you, if you put in the proper time in certain positions, you can capitalize where people aren't the strongest. I don't think I'm the greatest wrestler, but I think in terms of mixing it all together, I think that's what I do well. And you gotta have the proper mindset to go through a grinding workout like this. Sometimes we switch it up where back home in Long Island, I'd be in the middle if I have a 15-minute fight. I'd go 15 minutes straight, a new guy, 3-4 different partners, fresh guys coming in every round, every minute, switching positions, 3 different positions, and there's no breaks, no water break, no time. You gotta know you can go, and you gotta know you can push that pace, and that's why whenever I get there, I know I'm gonna be a dog in those positions, so I'm excited, man. I don't think not a lot of guys can match my pace in there, especially my weight. March 6th is gonna be a good night.